Okay, so we're just making a quick video here to kind of go over what we do at ATP. I've kind of just spliced some videos together that we've taken and put on our Instagram stories, so you can read the captions if you'd like. But usually we'll start each session with a warm-up. It's typically a dynamic warm-up, and then we kind of move on to some soccer-specific warm-ups for these girls, since they are part of the Vanta and Paris groups. So there's a lot of like banded work that will work on strengthening their hips, which will help protect their knees. And so we'll spend some time doing this in the beginning of the training, and then usually some single leg kind of like strength and activation. This is separate from the loaded single leg stuff that we'll do later in the session. After we finish our warm-up, we'll typically move into plyos. These help prime athletes for their strength portion that we'll do later on. And so we'll typically work on some strength, speed, some plyos here, and a little bit of agility work as well. So after they finish their plyos, they'll typically move into a kind of like group warm-up to help them warm up for their strength piece, and then they'll work on their strength piece together. So just in a minute here, the video will likely switch. We spent a lot of time doing plyos, as you can see. So here's like a movement-specific warm-up that we'll do together. One of the movements that we do here is the power clean. Typically, we tend to favor the power clean, the back squat, and the deadlift, especially for these soccer players. However, with other sports, you might see other lifts. But specifically for ETFC, we're working on explosive power here, and then overall leg strength to help protect the knees. So you can see that we're warming up for our cleans here. Here are some deadlifts that the girls have done in the past. Right now we're working specifically with Vanta and Paris, like I said earlier. And so the girls have made a lot of progress recently, and they, especially with their deadlifts. The deadlift is the first lift that we taught them, and they've all come a very long way since the beginning of their first session. So continue to watch some of these lifts here. We've got the trap bar, which is nice, which kind of helps protect the back and the hamstring of some of the individuals who might have trouble with hinging patterns to begin with, although most of the girls now have graduated off of the trap bar and onto a straight bar for their deadlift. Really, it just depends on the individual, and we'll always just do whatever is most appropriate for the athlete to allow them to be, safe, but also allow them to kind of like load up a little bit and build some of that strength. So after we finish our primary strength piece, typically we will move into either core work or single leg work or both. So here's an example. You can see some of them are struggling a little bit here, but of some single leg strength work that we've done. These are rear foot elevated split squats, or sometimes they're called Bulgarian split squats. These serve really well to strengthen the glutes, balance, and coordination. Anything, I think, with single leg strength is going to be huge as far as stability for the knee and for the lower extremity for most of these girls. You can see here we have lunges, so more single leg strength. A lot of the accessory work that we work on will be oriented around single leg strength, specifically for these soccer girls. So this video is primarily about ETFC. So with soccer, we're training a lot of single leg strength to help correct any imbalances and protect the knee. So here's some more core work that will help kind of lay the foundation so that they can build more strength on top of that. Here we've got a little bit of anti-rotation work. So this is also pretty important as far as being able to change directions, cut, and turn. So having the core strength to support that and change directions quickly and rotate quickly is also really important for soccer players, also for any athletic kind of sport or ball sport. We spend a lot of time doing isometrics during our core work because they're the safest. It's so with wall sits, we can train legs really effectively, and they're safe. They typically do not make the kids too sore, and they are, like a super valuable tool. So, so that's kind of like a general practice and what we typically do here at ATP. And we're looking forward to getting a new group of ETFC kids signed up, and get them nice and strong and conditioned for next season.